Hi. To begin my speech, I would like to first ask you all a question, and keep the answers in your heart. Do not speak it out loud. Are you being yourself right now? To be yourself means you're not wearing a social mask, but truly acting the way you want it to be. Do you like the self who's sitting in the seat, in the present body? Take a few seconds to think about it. In recent years, I found something quite surprising. More people than I expected wear social masks every day. No matter at school, at work, or even at home where our family members are around. Most of us choose to put on a social mask and to behave in ways that we are expected to be. And sometimes, when we wear a mask for too long, we begin to lose ourselves. And we no longer remember who we are. And to stay in relationships that we no longer feel right anymore. In society, we often define ourselves through social expectations, through our parents' wishes, and through our achievements. It seems that the only way that we define ourselves is through others' eyes, especially for the high-sensitive people. We care even more about how others perceive us, and I am and was one of them. This means that I feel emotions more intensely, and I notice things that others might overlook. I used to define myself entirely through three things: others' expressions, others' comments, and others' attitudes. It seems that the word others just stuck with me, and I can't get rid of it. Falling for a toxic relationship is like struggling in the marsh. And I believe that some of you have also experienced a toxic relationship before, or maybe experiencing one right now. Healthline says that a true friend accepts for who you are, while a toxic friend may put you down, take what you did for granted, leave you unsettled without any reason, and try to change you entirely in order to fit the expectations of you. Back then, I was in a painful period where I cared for my friends' emotions, even in the most normal situations. And it was an unexpected argument that finally enabled me to leave that poison, drowning, and exhausting friendship. I felt extremely complicated, but more feelings of relief. It took weeks of struggling, and I turned to my mentor for guidance, which he then left me the greatest words. To care too much about others is to hurt yourself. And it was from that moment that I finally realized that I couldn't let others control me again. Try to let go of the labels and expectations that had defined me for so long. And I promised myself that I would start seeking happiness from within, instead of being trapped in endless waves of overthinking and emotional pain. People often misunderstand the good intentions you present and maybe ignore them. And turns out, believe that you had never ever cared for them. And so sooner or later, they take what you did for granted and defining you as a selfish person, perhaps, in the end. Saying, why have you never considered for me? Well, I want to say that it's not entirely a bad thing. You might wonder, why a toxic thing can even benefit us. I want to say that a toxic relationship teaches us to truly feel how we're being treated, instead of ignoring the emotional pain. They help us understand our own values and recognize what we actually desire, rather than what we think we should accept to be liked. More importantly, a toxic relationship let us know that after leaving them, there are still people around us who genuinely care. The people who stays and who check in on us quietly. And most importantly, never ask you to change in order to fit their ideal role of you in their heart. Remember that you deserve someone that feels lucky to know you. Because of this, your attention slowly starts to shift. You start noticing people around you who makes you feel safe, not drained, who makes you feel steady, not confusing, and those who makes you feel to be yourself without feeling any pressure. And within these relationships, things begin to change. You stop overthinking. You breathe easier, and without even realizing it, you recover from what has hurt you. And slowly, you move forward, and you find yourself in the lost echoes again. Yeah, I understand that. Easier said than done, right? It's never easy to say goodbye to someone that you actually cared, loved, and spent meaningful time with. We often fear losing a relationship, not because of love, but because loss seems to mean uncertainty, rejection, and the collapse of our sense of identity. When something familiar disappears, even if it once caused us pain, it still leaves behind a void that we don't know how to fill. And so, we will rather hold on tightly to something that what hurt us than to face the unknown emptiness. Sometimes we convince ourselves that if we just hold on tighter, explain better, love harder, things will return to what they were. But staying in a relationship that is fundamentally wrong is like trying to write a broken sentence. You could rearrange the words, but it will never make sense. Leaving, at least, gives you the chance to reborn. Staying gives you none. One day, you can still deeply miss someone while saying goodbye to them with ease. You can miss of them day and night, yet still feeling relieved that they walked out of your life. And in that moment, you realize that love doesn't have to mean clinging on. And missing someone doesn't mean going back. It's about gently release each other, yourself as well. Letting go isn't coldness. And if you zoom out far enough, you'll see that most relationships are only temporary teachers. They show us what we need, what we fear, and who we become when we're loved or ignored. And maybe, after a few years from now, what feels overwhelming and overthinking today will no longer feel the same. So, looking back at this period of your life, or any other period, what do you want to remember? A version of yourself that was constantly overwhelming and overthinking, or a time that was meaningful, full, and happy and truly yours. The end of relationships is not a failure. It's a graduation. Some lessons end earlier, but all of them prepare the next version of ourselves. And gradually, your life begins to take on a new rhythm. It's not about holding on to something again, but about to truly feel steady in yourself without considerations. You can lose people. You can lose relationships. And in return, you gain something far more powerful, which is freedom. The freedom to rebuild your life without fear, to love again without hesitation, and to stand on yourself, by yourself, without feeling lonely and scared. To seek answers along the path of growth, to grow beyond the echo, beyond the noise and back to yourself. Thank you.